Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother Kanan from the Indianapolis camp, and this is part 2 of DTA or DTSB. Either or, it's the same thing. Die USA, die America, you whore. Okay. And on the last video, I got cut short because it was a lunch video, and also I want to correct a mistake that I made. So we're gonna start at Luke 21:9. But when ye should hear of wars and commotions, okay, I said communications, commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Okay, so we're once again, you hear Jacob's trouble being thrown out there a lot, but we're not there yet. It's just we're just in some horrible times. Remember, the Bible says perilous, meaning savage, vicious, worse than ever been before. I promise. So all the things that you can imagine, all the movies you can go over and watch about how we've been done over the years, slavery, this and that. Worse than that. It's going to trump that. Okay. So like I said, I made a mistake. I said communications when it was commotions. So let's see if this lines up.
And they're engaging a large-scale war against Ukraine and NATO. Details of this drill are coming out into the public as the head of one of the institutes there demanded the resumption of nuclear weapons testing in the Arctic for the first time since the end of the Soviet Union. They're calling for an equivalent jolt to Western leaders, like when the USSR tested the Tsar bomb back in 1961. That was the most powerful ever, with a capacity of more than 50 megatons. Now they say, I think this is the correct idea, that we need to show the Western world what we are made of. This is the same situation now, they warn, and it's not enough to conduct a nuclear test now. They have to get ready for the West to use them. They say everything will fall into place if this happens. The Russian defense minister traveled to a different region last week in a sign of a test resuming there. And we are seeing propaganda or rhetoric raised by loyalists to the Russian government saying that nuclear weapons must be back on the table. In a quote, they say, our strategic capability is our nuclear triad. This is what it is designed for, and this will take out the landmass of the United States of America. They say this nuclear weapons triad is specifically for the USA. And they, speaking as a aggressor against the USA, know very well that after this happens, there will no longer be a United States of America.
So see, you even got Esau saying DTA, death to America, okay? Death to his brother, death to his family, okay? DTSB, death to spiritual Babylon, all right? So once again, this is Luke 21:9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, is that not commotions? We not only got to test the nukes, but now we got to tell our people it's time to get prepared for us to throw the nukes, because that's the bad guy over there, which they are. Okay, all of you are. Okay, the devil casting out the devil. Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. All right, I'm gonna give you another example of commotions. Okay, then we're gonna keep going forward on these scriptures.
Institutionalize the purposeful lies, suppress. It's a new piece from Racket News, and it's from Matt Taibbi. He's an independent journalist, and he warns that Anthony Fauci was, quote, dictator, saying this: he institutionalized the purposeful lies, suppressed critics, mastered emergency politics. Anthony Fauci gave the next monster a playbook. Matt Taibbi isn't talking in general terms. He's talking specific about what's been discovered in the months after the pandemic. Matt, welcome back. Tell me about the
me.
proximal origins. What's been discovered over the last few weeks that made you say something as bold as that?
Well, this has been a story that's been in the works for months now. The first stage of it came when communications between the authors of a Nature Medicine paper called The Proximal Origins of SARS-CoV-2 came out. These were the first scientists who said that the disease most likely had a natural or zoonotic origin and that lab escape was unlikely. We later found out, through, among other things, through these papers and through the emails, that Anthony Fauci was intimately involved with the crafting of that paper, and moreover, that the authors of that paper actually had very strong suspicions that it came from a lab, and they had to get over those feelings to write that paper. But more recently, we learned that Fauci brought that paper and may have even brought one of the authors of that paper to the CIA to talk.
Okay. So basically, we've been knowing we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. So we was prepared to stay away from that Bismarcky, okay? That stabber jabber. We knew better, all right? So I'm going to go back to that. But in the meanwhile, this is the book of Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Okay. Now, did they not go out their way to force that on you? And now what has it led to? Death, innumerable death. And believe me, it's going to, more is going to be popping up more sooner than later. Okay. Off of that and the doses that they kept prescribing. All right. To you. All right. And when it says forges of lies, that's exactly what it's saying. He can't tell the truth. All right. It tells you from the womb, they go estranged speaking lies. All right. So that man that they set up to bring death, he's a reaper, basically. All right. In a suit. OK. This is the book of Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that deviseth iniquity. Okay, is that not divisive iniquity? Saying that some animal randomly spreaded all this disease when you put the concoction together in a garage, your laboratory. Woe to them that deviseth iniquity and work evils upon their beds. They dream it up. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Now, who is this Fauci guy? Where did he come from? Some medical guy all of a sudden got the license to destroy, kill, steal everybody. This is not just Babylon being affected. This is the world, okay? All right? These people are here to bring in the new world order. And this is by the manners of they're going to do it. Order out of chaos, okay? They're not going to say, please bow down to this new system. We think it runs better. No. That's why you see, once again, wars and rumors of wars. OK, and just when they think that they got everything on pace for the way they want it, here comes Yahweh Bashmi Shai, the archangel Michael and those hosts, the armies of angels. OK, coming to save the elect and ruin your day. If you're not part of the elect, if you're the 17 nations starting with Edom and you 2/3 wicked of our nation, then he ain't coming to save the day. He coming to destroy your day, your way of thinking on the day. Okay. This is Micah 2 and 2. And they cover fields and take them by violence. Okay. Hasn't this been what this is about? Okay. You will own nothing and like it. Carl Schwab's, okay, and the elites and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Whose heritage? You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Psalms 83. Read up on it. Starting at 1. Okay. This is their plan. Now let's go back and get some more of this.
CIA analysts. He also went to the State Department and to the White House, and essentially was trying to suppress inquiry into the origins of COVID.
So the first White House or the second, the Trump White House and the Biden White House, correct?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and you know what's also interesting, Matt, is the CIA still hasn't made a decision on where it came from, but the FBI did. It likely came from a lab leak. And now we find out he visits there. And what stands out for you about that? So this obviously is a problem when our most respected scientist is out there putting his hand on the scale as we try to find out the origins of a pandemic that's killing millions.
Yeah,
Okay,
Brian, this is
so-
such an important point because multiple sources told us that the reason that the Department of Energy and the FBI came to the conclusion, they both issued reports saying that lab escape was the most likely explanation for COVID, was because they used their own analysts, they used their own researchers, and did not use anybody from the health bureaucracy. They didn't use anybody.
Okay. So what we understand from this point is this jab is the set off, okay? It goes hand in hand with what they got coming next, okay? And what they got coming next is taking that dollar away, the CBDC, okay? Which goes hand in hand with what I'm about to grab right now, okay? Revelations 13, you've heard of it before, and we're going to keep reminding you. And 16, and he causeth all, who is that all? The world, okay? Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. That covers every mark. Whether you're a little child, whether you're a senior citizen, whether you're living in a big mansion with yachts, or you're homeless, he's going to cause all, okay, to receive this mark, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, okay? And that no man might buy or sell. Now, one of the brothers said today, so, okay, if you come into a lot of money right now, what are you going to do? Possess it. Okay, look, I'll give you an example. Bishop Nathaniel. I'm not thinking about this place. I'm thinking beyond here. I'm thinking about building schools in Ghana. Well, when the MOTB is implemented and he's causing all to get this mark, how they going to go to your school, Bishop? General? They're going to go to that school way of taking the beast. And you're going to say, it's okay. It's okay. The Lord's going to forgive you. That's what this school is set up for. Forgiveness, repentance. We're going to teach you. But first, you got to get that mark. Okay? You see how that works? No way around it. This is once again 17. And that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark. Okay? Now we got to go get it. It's part of our duties to go get this.
Strong's G 5480, Charagma. Charagma.
And I'm going to do the same old two-step. A mark, a stamp, a implanted mark. A stamp, a implanted mark. Implanted, okay? Implanted, keep in mind. Then we do this. We go to the root word.
Strong's G 5482, Charax. Charax.
And this is where it gets a pail or a stake. Okay? A pail or a stake. A needle, man. With the side with something that's either the size of a grain of rice or maybe even tinier today. And they pluck it right in there. They say it don't hurt. And later it will cause you to have sores, as the Bible has spoken. Okay? But at the point, you're gonna stick it in there. You're not gonna feel nothing. You're gonna walk out, open the door. You're gonna have a new device about you. Somebody's gonna be able to speak clear. Somebody's gonna be able to see clear. Okay, move a joint, move an arm or a leg that they wasn't able to do before. You remember he works miracles from that left hand. Okay, all right, from that witchcraft. So back to the verse, Revelations 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he have that mark. That what? That implant, man. That pail, that stake. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, which simply broken down to this. You scan your hand, you scan your forehead, your ass cheek, wherever this implant is, and it's going to read the information. It's going to take in information, read the information. It's going to know your name, the name of what sent it, which is the beast, and it's going to know what its functions are, whether you're opening the door, it's doing all of that at one time. Okay, so there you have it, all the information put in place. All right. Now, this is how this is going to conclude for E. For E, not just Babylon, E. Remember, the Egyptians versus the Egyptians. That's what's going on here, spiritual, okay? This is 2nd Esdras 16, starting at 13. For strong is his right hand who's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that will take out his left hand, okay? That bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, them IBMs, okay? And shall not miss. Did it say IBMs? Well, we'll get to it, okay? When they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. Now, what do you know that can get shot to the ends of the earth? They don't even have a gun. They don't have a AR, a machine gun, a 50 caliber that can do that. Not alone an archer with a bow. Okay, this ain't Jason shooting the bows to warn King David. Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there because we're reading up in Samuel. All right. Hey, once again, I want to start over just for the sake of 2nd Esdras 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth, to the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent. Those plagues are the missiles are part of the plagues, okay, and everything else you see going on, and shall not return again. Once again, those missiles. How won't they return? Because they got a destination, and that's where they're going to land. Thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it is consumed the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, okay, returneth not backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. All right. Now, this is the prophet Esdras. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe goes into destruction. And this is a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay? Who will deliver me in these days? And you got to understand, he is witnessing the future. And clear, like I was telling one of Akim, it's probably clearer than any type of VR system that we got today, the image that was given to him. And my Akim said he probably just tapped right into the pineal gland and gave him that vision, okay? But about any means, it was frightening to Esdras, okay? He said, how am I going to make it through this situation? Being a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is 18, the beginnings of sorrows and great mourning. Didn't he say what was that? Luke 21:9, Mark 13, starting at 7, Matthew 24, starting at 6. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. The beginnings of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. See? And the powers shall stand in fear. Hey, because, they know it's getting out of hand. They know it's not all the way in their control. Okay, remember, they are wiser than Daniel. So they know what's coming. The beginnings of evil, bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, your safe fortress. Behold, famine and plague, tribulations and anguish are sent as surges for the amendment to make things right, okay? To make things right. What did it say? You will learn by pain, death by pain, okay? But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the surges. So what I've learned is while we're seeing all these people being taken out in earthquakes and floods in New York, if you ain't one of the people suffering, you twerking. Okay, you still planning your next vacation. You still wanting to go out with your homegirls and do the thought walk, or go out with your homeboys and commit adultery. And we ain't talking about this female. That's lawful. No, we mean commit adultery and brag about it. Okay, this is 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Yeah, 50-cent burgers. About to take it to the chicken and the tacos. Hey, they clone Tyrone, bro. Okay, it's always a reason behind them giving you anything or doing anything for you. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Didn't I just say giving out that that deaf meat? That's evil. Okay, then you spend your 50 cents and you say, it's McDonald's, come get it, y'all. And then next thing you know, you sick. Okay. And even then, evil shall grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. That's where we are right now. Babylon, confused. All right, the land of confusion. And the rest of the world is drunken off of her wine. Okay, for many of them that dwelleth upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, shit, poo-poo, doo-doo. Okay, that's what that word means. And there shall be no man to comfort them. Now that dung, you see all that geese shit that be on the streets, whether you live here and there, think of that. That's bodies. Let the bodies hit the flow. More than that, though. For the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. I am legend looking. Okay. All right. Now we're going to head over to this Revelations 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lightened with his glory. Yahweh was shy. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitations of devils. Okay. And the hold of every foul spirit. Didn't I say that he gave us Sodom and Gomorrah, for example? But you motherfuckers want to remember Lot's wife? Nah, I'd rather be Lot. Okay. Keep it pushing and be how is shy delivered from that situation. And a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. The love of many is wax cold. For all nations have drunk of her wine, of the wrath of her fornication. Okay. Adultery. All right. Demon worshiping. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. That's right. They're in bed with the whore. All right. And the merchants, that's where it goes into. The merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Which starts with what? The back of you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Don't ever forget that. Yeah, we still in slavery. You still got a social security number. But going back to slavery, which we was not given our payoff for. I can't even remember what they call that right now, and neither do I care to, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has that reward for us. Okay, they can't give you a amount of money right now. If they do, they're gonna put it in that MOTB. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get your 40 acres and a mule, all right. For 40,000 acres, as long as you sell, what did he tell Yahweh Shah? I can give you all the kingdoms. Just bow down to me. And Yahweh Shah said, no. I got a authority, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Who is that? The election. Okay, that ye be not partakers of her sins. Okay, that come out of her is being delivered by them chariots. Come up here. Okay, because them what do we know? What are those plagues? Them IBMs coming dropping down, and that ye be partakers of her sins, and that you're received. Okay, I'm gonna start over. This is Revelations 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. Okay. Because we're vexed, just like Lot. All right. We are vexed to the core right now. And we know we are. We hate this place. Okay. And that ye receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have remembered her iniquity. layers and layers and layers of sin. And remember, Cain, who is now Esau, the nation, Cain became the nation of Esau, is a vagabond. Okay, he's waiting for his sentencing. He can no longer run. All right, and at this current moment, he's being chased off the earth. But was the final showdown, him between Yahweh Shai and the angels? Okay, all right. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, double the cup you got to pay. You going to take that sip and I'm going to push it in your face. Okay. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. I just said that. I ain't going to have no problem following that instruction from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. How much she have glorified herself. Pride. Let's take Pride Month to Pride Summer. Okay. Good. Dude look like a lady. Levine, health inspector. Come on, man. Witchcraft everywhere. And live deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I set up a queen. And that is a queen. A man said is a queen. Okay. A queendom, not a kingdom. That's a total diss from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And am no widow. Because what? This land ain't been torched yet, but it will though. Okay. And shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. And that's a promise. Oh, the Lord loves everybody. Once again, the Lord loves whacking the evil, the wicked. Okay. For strong is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Allah, power, who judgeth her. That's right. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't no getting around it. Okay. And I pray that this has been edifying to the body. I'm going to end this off of Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh's hand. Once again, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. See, you all partook in it just like, okay. The nations have drunken of her wine, of her philosophies, of her wicked way of being. Okay. Therefore, the nations are mad. Mutual sure destruction. That's what's coming. Okay. All right. All right. And I'm going to skip down to 9. We would have healed Babylon. We tried, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. But you Jakes, you don't have a country. We're scattered amongst all the nation. All you have is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and his promise is that he will deliver the election and destroy the 2/3. Okay. So run somewhere, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay. So he let that cup fill up. And now he's bringing the reward, wrath, all right, to you demons. So this has been DTA, Death to America, or DTSB, Death to Spiritual Babylon. Any way you want it, it all leads to die, USA. Die, bitch. Shalom.